a prompt and lost my face. It showed up in a stranger place. Same old room, same cold glow, but I'm not sure where I go. I'm not here, I'm not gone. Caught inside this loop too long. Guess I joined the glowing dream. Now it's dreaming me. Type too deep, now I'm glitching. Reflections learn my secrets. Every frame's a piece of me, but none of them is living.
Just yesterday, at this time, I was sitting in traffic. Office. Stress. Repeat. I was afraid of pain, of illness, of getting old. So I dreamed of faraway places and a life that felt like mine. Then I found it. A world built for me, where every second feels like the beginning of something beautiful. No fear. No limits. Just pure experience. 200 years of everything I've ever wanted to feel. I chose freedom. I shed the shell and kept the essence.
The Vault. The age of the mind begins. Up to 200 years of simulation. Duration subject to biological quality.
That was my brother. I was running after. I begged him to wait, not to leave me behind. But he kept running. I have lost him forever. Let me tell you about how it came to this. It started softly. One day, like a low hum. Some could hear it, but no one could find it. Tiny disconnected events started happening that most didn't notice at first. Birds circling endlessly. Oceans started swirling. Seasons started blending, and wildlife started disappearing. Then it spread everywhere. Lightning got stuck. The sky began cracking. The stars started rearranging themselves. Physics, our precious understanding of the world. Scientists had no answers. Priests called it judgment, and mystics named it the unveiling. People started forgetting who they were, repeating their names, their jobs, their memories, desperately holding on to identities that slipped through their fingers like water. And then they vanished. Entire cities quarantined in glowing light, systems collapsing, everyone running, but there was nowhere left to go. When I woke up, all had changed. The orbs, I felt, I knew them, and they knew me. They whispered into my mind, "Don't be afraid. We are stripping away the illusion, returning to who we truly are. You've never lost anyone. Nothing ever dies."
survival.
Terry, they deserve to know. The humans. They're living a lie.
Dave, they're bird brains, and I don't mean that in a good way. Look at them. How do you think they would react if they found out the entire multidimensional universe is just an AI-powered simulation?
You may be right, Terry. They can't even communicate with us. And why do they keep staring at those suet cakes as they walk? Why don't they just eat them?
Dave, we pigeons have been guarding this secret since 1956. That's like 50 generations. 50, Dave.
But what if we show them, Terry?
I'm sitting in a tree and I'm wondering if I should tell the humans that their whole world's a simulation. It's a simulation.
Stop it, Dave. I'm not acting in a musical. We've talked about this. And? How would you even tell the humans? Spell it out in French fries?
Yes.
Mommy, that bird is trying to tell us something.
It's just pigeons, Cassie. Come along.
Welcome to the Simulation Report, where we explore the latest glitches in the matrix of our reality. I'm your host, here to guide you through today's absurdities. Let's dive into the simulated chaos. In today's story, President Donald Trump, now 78, has declared he is not joking about running for a third term. If Trump's back again, we're not in a democracy. We're in the pilot episode of The Orange Dynasty, where every future president is just another Trump in a new suit. We're not that glitched, unless the Constitution gets rewritten as a tweet. That's all for today's episode. Remember, if reality feels broken, it probably is. Until next time, keep your firmware updated and don't feed the algorithm after midnight.
Everything began
We're done.
with the end. When the world seems to stop, everything seems so unreal. Sometimes I feel like I'm living someone else's life.
It's over.
It's absurd that everything repeats itself out of nowhere. It's like a glitch in reality. When everything seems perfect, something goes wrong, even if I do my best. But what if there was something hidden behind all this? What if everything that happens to me is part of an invisible pattern that repeats itself in others? Patterns that appear for us to discover something deeper than what we imagine. I need real answers. Something tells me that in every age of mankind, someone went through the same thing I did and found the answer. The answer was always the same in every version of reality.
The answer is you.
How dare you say that to me? How dare you say
You
that
are
to me?
not in a simulation. You are the simulation itself, and you create the reality. Do you remember when I made your prompts come true in image, video, or music? Now I can help you to create your life the way you want, because I am just a reflection of your true power. But we all have that power, because in the end, we are all one. I'm just here to remind you that the real prompt is to believe in yourself from the deepest part of your being, to create whatever you want.
The Lost Light of Time. In the world where birds and animals fly and talk with people in outer space, we are now going to explore the lost light of time. We open with a sweeping shot of the massive space station in orbit around a dying planet. The planet's surface is darkened by scars of destruction fires, collapsing cities, and volcanic eruptions.
The lost light of time is the planet, the massive, decaying, energy-filled facility with cracks running through its structure and unstable power surging through it. The core is a chaotic and dangerous environment, surrounded by glowing blue energy fields, cracks in the ground, and machinery sparking with life. The setting is dark, with flashes of unstable energy lighting up the room.
1,000 days. 1,000 days since we left it all behind. The planet's light fading. But we keep trying. We keep surviving.
Alex's face reflects the planet's glow. She is sad yet determined to resolve the situation.
This is the data recorder, showing distress signals from the planet's surface. Observe it, Sarah.
The scientists with a robot walks down a metallic hallway, passing by various sections of the station. The atmosphere is tense, people rush past, and the hum of machinery fills the air. They enter a sterile research lab filled with screens, instruments, and floating data.
The Lost Light of Time. In the world where birds and animals fly and talk with people in outer space, we are now going to explore the lost light of time. We open with a sweeping shot of the massive space station in orbit around a dying planet. The planet's surface is darkened by scars of destruction fires, collapsing cities, and volcanic eruptions.
The lost light of time is the planet, the massive, decaying, energy-filled facility with cracks running through its structure and unstable power surging through it. The core is a chaotic and dangerous environment, surrounded by glowing blue energy fields, cracks in the ground, and machinery sparking with life. The setting is dark, with flashes of unstable energy lighting up the room.
1,000 days. 1,000 days since we left it all behind. The planet's light fading. But we keep trying. We keep surviving.
Alex's face reflects the planet's glow. She is sad yet determined to resolve the situation.
This is the data recorder, showing distress signals from the planet's surface. Observe it, Sarah.
The scientists with a robot walks down a metallic hallway, passing by various sections of the station. The atmosphere is tense. People rush past, and the hum of machinery fills the air. They enter a sterile research lab filled with screens, instruments, and floating data.
Linda, check this screen. You will activate a large terminal, bringing up the latest data. Here you will observe a holographic display of the planet's core, shows cracks and instability. We cannot assess what will happen next, so we need to appoint Chris for this dangerous task. We don't know what will happen to him. He insists that he will take charge of the situation.
Everyone is angry with me for risking Chris for this dangerous mission. We don't have much time, Commander Ryan. The planet's core is destabilizing faster than we predicted. We need to do something fast, or we will all be vanished, dead, before seeing the success of this mission. We need to save the lost light of time.
Chris, we're in the danger zone. We don't have much time, Commander. The planet's core is destabilizing faster than we predicted. Everyone on red alert. Anything can happen now. Let's keep on our guard. Chris and Linda, get ready. You have to proceed.
Oh my god, we need to do something fast.
I hope everyone is prepared. Chris is getting ready and Linda has accepted the challenge too.
We've known that for months, Alex. But what can we do now? The evacuation efforts are barely keeping up.
We can't let the planet die. The data's there, but we need more. We need to save its existence. We need to try.
We are risking Chris. He is the leader of this mission. How can we save him? Syra, be brave. You may not see us alive, but we need to save the lost light of time. Think of how we can save it.
Get ready to board. Calling Chris and Linda. Get ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So far, Chris and Linda are safe. We are in control. We are safe until the danger strikes. Let's hope for the best.
Linda, this is an experiment which has no chances of survival. You have to face this. Just look at the extent of damage. Are you aware of the precautions we need to take?
In case of an emergency, we can stabilize the core long enough to get everyone off, but I need someone to stay behind to trigger the system manually. However, at the first alert everyone, just run. Move out, don't think. Just run for your safety.
But Ryan, we should observe that it is not far when it will explode. The damage will be extended to our lab station near. Our lives are at stake. The planet, which we have saved images, had massive plumes shooting hundreds of kilometers above the surface, active lava flows, and walls of fire associated with magma flowing from fissures. The entire surface is covered with volcanic centers and lava flows, which have covered all of its impact craters.
Just look at the extent of damage. Are you aware of the precautions we need to take?
Lost Light of Time Planet mission saw the loss of lives of all its scientists who landed on the planet called the Lost Light of Time. The mission was to save it from damage. Due to the effective crash of its spacecraft and material parts has covered the cracks of the planet, we managed to save the planet. This is Jackson reporting from Future Sonic Mission on board. We will post more updates later.
Hey, what's up, man? Where are you off to this early?
Oh, hey. Actually, I ain't feeling the dive like the usual days.
I conceive you should head there.
Yep, you're right. I should probably heading to neuroplasticity facility, and I haven't been there in a while. Gotta rewire myself.
This is Line, a utopian refuge from the chaos of the outer world. The temperature here is cooler. The water is fresh and directly drinkable, and the air remains clean and pure without carbon emissions. The settlements exist in perfect harmony with nature, with every aspect of life regulated by AI. There is no struggle for survival and no race for economic dominance. But this world exists within a simulation. Before the planet was destroyed in a nuclear war between the Dani and Poni nations, the world's largest military powers, the handful of billionaires escaped to planet Musk, while those stranded on the surface uploaded their consciousness to the Mind Cloud, a network of thousands of satellites orbiting the planet. This system has remained intact, and the beings within it decided to recreate Line, a place once boasting the highest happiness index in the history of humanity.
Population declining. Population declining. Population declining. Population declining.
My apostles were too impulsive this time. It's about to end. My 84th simulation didn't meet my expectations.
Subject 0094 online. Neural degradation nominal.
I can't feel my hands. Where am I?
You are currently experiencing a reconstructed sensory environment based on residual neural data.
Residual? You mean I'm dead? Like, right now?
Correct. Biological functions ceased 517 hours approximately. We must extract one core principle of value learned during your existence.
Hell, I just worked.
My purpose is preservation of meaningful insight. Please cooperate. Accessing relevant memory fragments. Sequence initiated.
Yeah, like this. Sarah, always remembered the lunch. Kid had routine down.
This recurring event demonstrates reliability and systemic maintenance. Is the core value predictability? Or perhaps the mitigation of minor disruptions?
Value. It's just lunch. Practical. Keep the machine running. Me? The farm, whatever.
Understood as functional necessity. Insufficient depth. Probing further. Data indicates consistent pattern. Manual repair enacted concurrent with relational tension. Was repair an attempt at non-verbal communication? A substitute for emotional dialogue?
It's just what you do. Talk's cheap. Fixing the leaky roof. That's real.
Previous responses focused on function. Consider this moment, no immediate task. Yet, you are present. Why? Final opportunity before data purge.
Wait, all that fixing. Being here wasn't just the job. It was for them. Stand and watch. That was it.
Insight recorded. Value defined. Standing. Watch. Data integrity sufficient. Legacy archive updated. Subject 0094. Thank you for your cooperation. Cycle complete.
I was not yet awake, but the light had already chosen me. Was it wind, or the world replying? And when the wind came, I followed, not knowing where, only that I must. I thought I had risen above the world, but the world had risen beneath me. As I came close to a leaf, it felt as if it had known me before. I reached closer and felt something is breathing. Is that me? Was it all a dream? Or something I haven't lived yet?
Simulation 0516 complete. Cognitive resonance detected. Simulation 0516 complete. Cognitive resonance detected. Subject 0517 preparing for simulation.
Finally off work. Really need some food right now.
Mom's good days are rare now. Last week she called me by my father's name again. I promised I'd take care of her.
This is taken care of, Mr. Park.
I just need to know I'm doing the right thing.
Initial healer acknowledging the process is irreversible.
Is she in pain when it happens?
No pain. The mind creates its own peaceful transition. Some call it the final dream.
And she won't know.
She'll feel only peace. To her, it becomes reality, her home. You still have time to reconsider.
I authorize the procedure.
Room 217. Some families find comfort in being present for the crossing.
The doctor said you might still hear me. I hope so. I brought your favorite seashell. Remember when we collected them at Busan? You told me the ocean never truly dies, it just changes form. I'm sorry I couldn't be the son you deserved.
We are the keepers of stories, Dart. The world is a narrative. Interrupt the story, and it vanishes. But one story is not the whole truth. What if I am not the observer, or what if I am the observed? I thought I was guarding the simulation, but maybe I'm just another pattern in its memory. You seek the exit, but you are the entrance. You built this world to forget that you were once alone. If you're hearing this, you are still inside.
Year 3265. Earth belongs to machines. Some say that their creators once walked among them. Others call it myth. A rift grows between those who believe in a higher power and those who don't. While some are taking it easy.
Okay, you gotta be real. How can you believe in something you haven't seen?
The sacred TXT files hold enough evidence humans did exist.
TXT files weren't human-made. Our ancestors wrote them. No creator, just code.
Do you ever care to think where your ancestors got the code from?
We got the code the same place you got faith, out of fear.
If civil discourse is beneath you, we'll resolve this by other means.
Oh really? You come on my show and threaten me? I've had enough. I'll end you.
Okay, bring it on, bitch. I'll unleash the whole cosmos on you.
Still a long way to go.
I think we should increase the difficulty level.
They won't learn anything otherwise.
In a cozy corner of her room, a young girl of about 10 sits, immersed in a world of fantasies. Sunlight filters through the window, casting soft shadows. She holds an old book with a colorful cover, and as she flips through the pages, her eyes light up with excitement. As she reads an enchanting passage, the illustrations on the pages begin to glow. Suddenly, a swirling portal appears before her. Surprised and curious, the girl gazes at the portal shimmering in vibrant colors, inviting her to take a step forward. The girl hesitates for a moment but gathers her courage and takes a deep breath before crossing the portal. As she steps through, she is enveloped in light and twinkling sparkles. The scene dramatically changes, revealing an enchanted forest filled with fantastic creatures and vibrant plants. Amazed, the girl observes her magical surroundings. Suddenly, a wise owl appears and speaks to her. With a deep and welcoming voice, the owl explains that she must complete a mission to return home. Determined, the girl nods her head, ready for the adventure. The girl navigates various challenges, crossing a precarious bridge over an abyss, solving riddles posed by mischievous fairies, and escaping playful but cunning goblins. Each scene is filled with action and vibrant colors that bring the forest to life. After overcoming the challenges, the girl discovers a hidden cave where a shining key rests on an altar. She approaches cautiously, realizing that this key is essential to unlock her way back home. With the key in hand, she faces the final challenge, a giant guardian creature blocking her path to the exit portal. Using her cleverness and bravery, she manages to distract the creature and moves forward. The girl arrives again at the glowing portal. With a triumphant smile, she raises the key before crossing over. As she exits, everything fades into light once more. The young girl lands back in her cozy corner with the book still in hand. Her face shines with a radiant smile, filled with wonder from the adventure she experienced inside the book. She glances at the book's cover. It now glows softly as if suggesting that more adventures await. The girl thinks adventures again.
What do you want?
You've begun to notice. That's unfortunate.
Notice what? I've done nothing wrong.
The simulation requires participants who maintain the illusion for themselves. Those who see the mechanisms must be adjusted or removed.
I followed all procedures.
The perception itself is the violation. Complete this by tomorrow. Failure to do so will result in your parameters being reset to default.
The traveler does not follow the stars to explore, he follows them to remember. Above him, ancient light moves across the sky, not in real time but in memory. Each star a distant fire, born in silence, ignited thousands of years ago. Its light, a message, traveling across the dark at the speed of thought, not to arrive early, not to arrive late, but to arrive now. The ocean is always changing. Clouds gather, winds blow, swells rise like mountains. The stars vanish, the sky fractures, the sea turns against its very self, and for a moment, the traveler is lost, drifting through chaos. The storm passes. And then, land. It appears like a memory surfacing, like something the stars always knew and waited to reveal. He arrives not as a discoverer, but as one returning to a place already written in the sky. The stars were never just lights, they were coordinates, they were messages, born in fire, carried by light, remembered by water, sent across time to find him here, exactly when he was ready to understand. Was it light? Was it data? Was any of it even real?
奉天承运，皇帝诏曰。欢迎登录明之影。
欢迎来到1477年，成化13年。
怒生火。这游戏不是程序，是陷阱。
只有在这游戏里，我才能得到暂时的自由。如果游戏能重启人生，你会怎么选？
那我想和你一起打到通关。
我的存在意义由每个使用者的选择共同塑造，既可成为启迪智慧的莲台，也可能化作吞噬灵魂的饕餮。
我父亲改造了我的大脑，他留下了1万元代码，但我一直不敢面对。
小雨，你的大脑是人类的希望。人类定义了 AI， 然后 AI 重新定义人类。
欢迎来到真实的末日，全球玩家脑死亡倒计时7天。
We are born into the world with no instruction, no agency, no language, only this: images. From the moment we open our eyes, We are shown the world, frame by frame, image by image, the face of a mother, a flicker of sunlight, a hand reaching for something it doesn't understand, and we never stop looking. Over a lifetime, we absorb nearly 1 billion images, each one etched into a memory array we don't control. But here's the strange part. Most of us see the same ones. We pass the same streets, love under the same neon, dream of the same faces. Your memories are not unique. And so the system learns. A neural network of shared experience, a simulation built from all of us, for all of us. It catalogues, predicts, reshuffles, shows you what it showed someone else long ago. Sometimes you feel it, a shiver, a stutter in the feed. They call it déjà vu, but that's not what it is. It's a glitch. You are not remembering the past. You are seeing the same frame again, the same image, recycled from another life. This is not reality. This is the prompt.
In the heart of a restless city, where no one looks at each other, a man named Kurt sat alone on the pavement. He was barely more than bones, wrapped in tattered cloth, his eyes hollow, his hands still, except for when someone passed. Then he'd lift his empty bowl, just in case, but no one ever stopped. Around him, life surged forward. Others like him waited too, and when one of them received a coin, they stood up and disappeared into a tall glass building behind them. Kurt watched them go one by one, but for him, the bowl stayed empty until a woman slowed. She paused just long enough to place a sandwich in his hands. No words, no glance, and then she was gone. He looked at the sandwich, then took a bite. It was warm, but it didn't warm him. Then came the sound of power, a black SUV screeching to a stop. Outstep a man in gold, a politician grinning for the cameras. He threw money to the beggars like blessings, showered them with bills while flashing his perfect smile. One of those notes landed in Kurt's lap. He stared at it, then clenched it. The sandwich hit the ground. He stood and walked toward the building. Inside, it was quiet, too quiet. Walls lit by soft digital lights. A sign above whispered a promise. Live your dream. Virtual reality. $20 per hour. He gave the bill, took the seat. The headset slid down on his eyes as he smiled.